Some of these are already have been available in the US. These are all live on the UK website now. I've been waiting a while. And in particular there's this product which I heard a lot about, people talking about it, and it's called the e.l.f. Mineral Booster. Obviously this is part of the e.l.f. Mineral range. And I was sent the tinted one, so I was a bit worried because it looks like this. And I was worried it would be a bit dark, but once you put this on, it's amazing. I use my e.l.f. complexion brush, which I use every single day. Love that brush. And I just pat this on my oiliest areas, which for me is my T-zone, and it really does absorb oil. It goes on really translucent, you can't tell it's tinted at all. It goes on, I couldn't even swatch it because as soon as you put it on the skin it just kind of melts in. There's no discernible colour at all once it goes on. It's really bizarre. I think this would suit any skin tone whatsoever, from the palest to the darkest, because it's just so finely pressed. I use it every single day since I've got it. I'm hoping it lasts because there's, I think, around 5 grams, so it should last. There's an even bigger size if you choose the sheer colour. You can get a huge pot of, I think, 17 or 18 grams, and that's only £5. This one's £3.50, and so I might be looking into that. Obviously, as the name implies, tons of vitamins and minerals, so it's actually good for your skin as well. This is a bit different to Complexion Perfection in the way that it controls oil, but I think it's more or less as effective. I think Complexion Perfection is probably a bit more oil controlling, but you do get the slight powdery. Obviously during the rest of the year it's fine, but I think this is really well suited to summer because it looks so natural on the skin, almost like airbrushed, and it really does control oil. Sticking with the mineral range, I've also got this new blusher. This is called Peachy, and if you've got coral is kind of a natural, almost brownish orange. This is very much a true reddish coral, I would say. And it does have a tiny sparkle when you look at it in the tub. I'm wearing it now and I couldn't tell any sparkle at all. So I'll just try and swatch that. Yeah, it does have a very slight sheen, but I can't tell when it's on my cheeks. So very, very natural and not garish at all. So I'm wearing that, hopefully you can see. And the next product is again one which had huge raves over on Makeup Alley. And if you Google this, you'll see that it's basically the same as NARS Albatross. In fact, I'm worried e.l.f. might get sued because highly inspired by NARS Albatross. It's the exact same pale yellowish shade. Really, really good highlight colour. I used to have NARS Albatross, but I don't have it anymore, otherwise I would swatch it. But Google it, you'll see comparison swatches and you honestly can't tell. And I'm wearing that also. Hopefully you can see I've got a shine along my cheekbones, I've got a bit down my nose. I've just kept it to the high points of my face. This goes on very delicately as well, and hopefully you can see a little bit by that swatch. It's just a very pale golden white shine. A must-have product. This is called Got a Glow, and you'll find this in the blush section, but obviously it's a highlighter. And finally, I'd like to talk about their lip glosses. I'm wearing one of them now. As you can see, very shiny lips. The one I'm wearing is this pale pink one, which is called Wink Pink. On pigmented lips such as mine, this won't come out as it does in the tube, but it does give a very high shine, and all of these give that very gorgeous minty tingle. So I really like them. And this one is actually really similar, but it's a bit more peachy, and it's called Peach Passion. and it's called Fuchsia Fanatic, which as you can see is sort of almost purpley fuchsia. So I'm going to put these swatched on my hand quickly. So hopefully you can see that's the slightly peachy one, pink one and the fuchsia. Really nice and definitely pigmented. And then there's one more, the Studio line, and this one is the Minty Lip Gloss. And this one is slightly different. It's got the same minty tingle, maybe even more minty, but this one has got a lot more sparkle. I don't know if it will come out, but it's got tons of gold sparkle. And this one's called San Diego, and it's kind of a warm red. So that's the San Diego. So I hope that helped, and lots of really good stuff on the e.l.f. website, so do take a look.